Always be a part of me. January. Always be a part of me. January 16.
Appreciate all the things you've done for me. Replaying moments back to happy days. See, I'll be waiting till the day I see your face. They're going nowhere. All our memories still can say yes at your house, just laughing. Say hallelujah. Glory, His love is everlasting.
I can name the seasons: summer, winter, spring, and fall. With countless celebrations, you would rank them all. Here's a standing ovation for your love and patience. The thought of you will always be my January 16th. No one can take your place. This loving's by God's grace. I will always cherish everything. My January 16th. And just as time goes on, your legacy stays strong. You will always be a part of me. My January 16th.
About everything, stayed up late at night. Those visits meant so much to me. You told a story from your childhood days. The eldest daughter
winter, spring, and fall. With countless celebrations, you would arrange them all. Here's a standing ovation for your love and patience. The thought of you will always be my January 16th. No one can take your place. This loving's by God's grace. I will always cherish everything. My January 16th. And just as time goes on, your legacy stays strong. You will always be a part of me. My January 16th.
I just want you to be good to one another. I won't change because they like my way of doing things, so I won't change it. I won't be like this. We won't be like this without God. I have good kids, loving grandchildren. They're always to be like that. There's something wrong, just be patient. You know, like nothing happened. Continue to pray and be good, be friendly and be good to other people too. That's how God wants you to be. Be humble because God will love you.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It is now time for the Indie Live spot right here on your station GHP Radio, your independent music source.
So soft in my ear, the yes and yes of you. But let me be perfectly clear. This is our love divine, your lipstick Valentine, and I can't stop. I don't want to stop. No, no, no. I know we're supposed to go where I don't want to know. Can't we stay in the night? We're never gonna find what I have in mind unless we turn off the light.
right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the GHP Radio Indie Live spot right here on YouTube live stream, and we're very excited about today's show. We got a great guest. We're going to get with him in just a moment. Let me give you a rundown on some of the music that you just got through hearing before the show started here. Now, that last track you just got through hearing, that was actually Mr. Preston Smith featuring Althea Renee with Wondering. And then you also heard Top Down by Mr. Greg Manning. You also heard Darren Ron with Sonic Boom. And the last guest that we had on the show, there was 2 tracks that we played there from him, which, you know, if you did tune in last week when we had the show, there were 2 tracks that we were going to play, but we didn't have the tracks on hand at the time. And Grizz, one of the tracks was like what, a nomination or something for the Grammys?
Yes, one of the tracks, Our Love Divine, is they're pushing that one single for one of the to be, you know, for Grammy nomination consideration.
Right.
I mean, they're also doing like the whole CD itself, but at least that one track they're definitely pushing. Yes. To be, you know, one of the on its own.
Okay.
And of course, the Possibilities track is their latest single.
Okay. Cool. So that's what you got through hearing. Yeah. And so now it's time to get with our featured guest for this week's show. We're very excited. And I'm talking about Big New York, Mr. Christian de Mesones is in the house. Right here on the
York in the house.
Yes. What's happening?
Mighty Mouse is in
You're gonna do that little, like, the way, what's his name, he passed away, the guy that was like, he was lip sync.
I was a fan of his, man. I liked his work. I remember when he was on TV with that time with the wrestler, and I really believed that he got his butt kicked on television, and I didn't know that everything was staged. Everything was staged. You know, I was like, oh my God, man. On David Letterman's show. Remember that? Remember that moment? Yeah. Well, that's probably before your time, Gary. You're a young dude, but me and Ray, man, me and Ray were watching the midnight special, man, and
I remember that. I used to watch that. I used to stay up late at night for that show because my parents used to always try to put me to bed, and I was like, no, I gotta watch the midnight special, Jack.
Yeah. I grew up with that stuff. I used to love that. Watch that and Don Kirshner's rock concert.
Yeah.
Remember Don Kirshner's rock concert back in the day, Ray? You remember that?
Yeah, I had totally forgot about all that, boy. That's been a long time ago, buddy.
I know, man. I know. Sometimes we got to take our vitamin E and vitamin D and stuff, man, and, you know, shake our head a little bit, man, to get those. Get those things working, man.
Yeah. Boy, I tell you, I had totally forgot about all that.
You know, every time I think about the first one you mentioned, it would always remind me of Count Gregory, because when I used to stay up late at night, I would watch that, and then when that went off, then Count Gregory would come on at night. I remember that, man. Back in
Who's Count Gregory?
Count Gregory, and that might have been a local thing here in Oklahoma. I think what it was. Yeah, it was, because what he was like he would kind of dress up like Count Dracula, and he would come on. And he would do like different stuff. Plus, he had a radio show too, you know, back in the day too. But he would always come on right after midnight special used to go off, and I used to stay up late for that all the time.
Watch him.
Yeah. In New York, we had the theater and creature features, and we had a guy named Zachary in New York that was doing that kind of stuff. Yeah.
See, back in Oklahoma, it kind of made me think about 3D Danny.
3D Danny.
You remember him?
I did. I heard about it. I remember him. Yeah.
That sounds like a rated R for adults only kind of show.
Christian, Now, this is back in the back in the 60s when I was lived in New York, right? New York was the only city that I know of that had cable back in the 60s.
Oh man, I didn't know that.
Wow.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, you talk about subway cable?
No, I'm talking about TV cable.
Anybody who's in this conversation besides us, man, you are going to have fun. Okay, just to let you know, this is, if you came here to talk about music, we're not going to talk about music, man. We're going to talk about each individual's lives right now. We're going to talk about the times where we got beat up, man, by Sister Elizabeth, man, in Catholic school, man, and we're gonna talk about all those great memories, man. We'll write a song about that called "The Whacker."
But I'm gonna tell you, a friend of mine came out of Oklahoma, right? And he had him a couple of girls. He gonna go to New York, right? Man, look here. They ran that boy, took his women, ran him out with some chains. He running back to Oklahoma, lost everything.
Man, that sounds like the time I put 200 on a horse at Aqueduct, man, and lost my shirt. It was like the odds were so good, and then all of a sudden the odds changed immediately. It was definitely not my final moment, man. You know.
Well, they had him juiced up, did they?
Yeah, man, that was a Don Corleone move right there, man. I'm telling you right now.
Well, I'm telling you. See, I didn't never go to Aqueduct, but I used to go to Sarasota a lot to the buggy races.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I've never been there, man.
Man, I love them buggy races, boy.
But buggy races?
Yeah, the Sari race. Well, you just got a jock, the horse, and he's on a buggy, and his feet sticking out on they running down the track, trotting down the track.
Oh man, I don't remember that, man. That's what they call
it. They got up there in Sarasota, New York, upstate.
No, man, I don't remember that, but
I remember seeing those.
Huh?
Have you seen them, Green?
I remember seeing those.
Oh yeah.
Wow, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
What do you have to say about this? Yeah, in Oklahoma, man, they weren't chasing anything in Oklahoma except I don't know, man, windmills. I don't know. What can I tell you, man?
They wasn't doing too much in Oklahoma, believe that or not. Wasn't doing too much.
Right.
Now Oklahoma got a little down through the years and got a little progressive, but it's still slow as butter.
Yeah, I would imagine so, man. That's but you know what? They like music in Oklahoma, man. So we have to give them love. Every place.
Well, they do love that music though, from the jazz to the blues and the R&B.
Yeah, they do love it, man. So Oklahoma, man. The only thing I know about Oklahoma is that song. Oh,
Oklahoma. Or do it Slim Man's version. Oklahoma, where the cows come crapping down the plain.
Does he do that real smooth? Like, does he play it slow with a piano?
No, he did it one time when he was on the show.
Man, you know what? I'm a big fan of Slim Man. I'll tell you my Slim Man story. When I first met him, I was in the record stores in Richmond, in Willie's Records, which was I know I tell everybody that story about, that's pretty much how I went from hard rock and heavy metal music to jazz and gospel and funk and R&B was when I moved to Richmond and worked in the record stores, so Slim Man actually came to the store while I was a manager in Richmond and had a box of his CDs and his tapes, and it was like, hey man, I'm looking for Lou Rosenfeld, who was really the big head of Willie's, and I was like, yeah, man, he's not here, man. I'm here, man, but I'll tell you how to get to him or whatever. But we just chatted for a while, and he invited all of us to see him live. He opened up for Brian. I always say his last name wrong. Is it Culbertson?
Culbertson.
Culbertson. So he opened up for that show. The promoter in Richmond, and he's still. By the way, this guy John Smith is still promoting shows in Richmond, man. So if you're ever down in Richmond, look up JS Affairs. He does some great shows. But Slim Man has always been a cool dude, and I've been trying to get with him on a song. It's one of these days we're gonna do something together. But I did.
Hell, he's too busy cooking.
Hey man, you gotta have a side hustle, Ray.
You got to have a side hustle.
You got, man. I mean, it will not surprise me to see him on one of the Cooking Network shows.
That'd be cool.
Wouldn't that be cool? I mean, I'm a fan of the Jazzy Vegetarian.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
I'm a fan of the Jazzy Vegetarian, man. So me and my wife, man, we watch that all the time. Oh, look, there's a snapshot. Look at that. Ray, man, in 21st century.
Yes.
Yeah, he's gone snapshot happy lately.
I can't do that. Can I do that? How do I do that? Hit this button right over here?
Look over your right-hand corner. There you go.
Just took one.
Woohoo! Right, man. I got to post that to Facebook, man.
Yeah.
Oi.
So Christian, man, it's great to have you back on the show, man. I can't remember how long ago back that was when we had you on for the first time, but man, you've been out there plugging away, man. I know I've been watching you, man. You got a lot of things been going on since the last time we talked, right?
Yeah. I'm still doing my music like many of us are doing. I'm still hanging in there. A lot of changes. I mean, the first time I was on, I believe, was 2010. I think.
Yeah.
It was.
When you started this Groove School.
The Groove School.
Mm-hmm.
I still attach that name to me whatever I do. Is Groove School was my heart and soul, and I was sad to see that. I can't really say it's gone because I'm still in touch with a couple of the members in the band.
Yeah.
I still perform Groove School songs. I kind of change it up, like I always close all my performances with one song called DeKalb and Flatbush, and DeKalb and Flatbush to me represents my life growing up in Brooklyn and really my life, on the urban side of growing up in Brooklyn. And so I close my show with that, and so I always do at least 2, sometimes 3 Groove School songs in my set. But that was 8 years ago, and now since then I've only released 2 singles. I released Good Old Days in 2015 independently, and then in 2017 I released Latin Jive Redux, which was a cover version of the song that I wrote with Groove School, Latin Jive. What we did was we mixed a Santana vibe with a Donny Hathaway kind of pseudo Latin version of the Ghetto bass line.
Yeah.
And I released it independently, but this time around I hired a radio promoter. It was the first time I used a radio promoter to try to gain some traction and to open up some new avenues. Okay. And Ray, I definitely learned a lot about doing that. It makes a huge difference, believe it or not, in this smooth jazz game. All of us are trying to get on Billboard. All of us are spending lots of money. If we're not spending money on the production side of it, we're spending money on the promoting side of it. And so Latin Jive Redux actually went to number 55 on Billboard on the radio wave charts, but made it to number 1 on many independent charts, And I'm still in the top 10 in the UK on the Moth FM, and which blows my mind. It blows my mind because, I'm going to be frank with you. this is going to be archived on YouTube, but all of us, including you guys, you have your own radio platform. I was talking to Grizzly Bear earlier, so I'm told that Gary and Ray, you started this 17 years ago. Is that correct?
Or maybe a little bit longer, G, around that.
That's about right. Kind of somewhere around that area.
Okay, 17 years promoting your radio platform. And in the 17 years that you've been doing this, you've been promoting music. And you've been promoting independent music, and you've also been promoting music that has been signed to record labels. Is that correct? That's correct, right?
Yeah.
So now, you flash forward, I know Grizzy is celebrating a 4-year anniversary with you guys. So you flash forward today, and you've been doing this for so long. I've been playing music for 40 years. I'm actually celebrating my 40th anniversary.
Yeah.
And it's like we do this because we love to do this, but we also, if we really want to really get out there and have some opportunities happen for each and every one of us, it costs money.
Yeah.
It's not just the fellowship of each other. And I have to, confess to you guys, you guys have supported me more than I've supported you. And I feel bad about that. But, I hope to change that in the future. The thing about it is that, when I released Groove School in 2010, I really didn't know what I was doing. I thought I knew enough about the business of music because I was in the retail record store business.
Yeah.
But I didn't. I didn't know. I didn't know that in order for me to have Groove School cross over into something much bigger, I had to have money. I had to have, and I'm not talking about $100. I'm talking about thousands.
Right.
$1,000. Yeah. Because every single cost an average of $3,000, right? So whoever you go to, you're looking at that kind of pie,
Yeah.
So, Latin Jive Redux, when I asked Dr. Glenn Reese in England at the Morth FM, when I asked him exactly what does top 10 mean to you on your station, and he told me that it's listener based and that people request a song. So that means something to me. And I'm asking you guys here now live. I mean, I haven't been following GHP for a bit, but I'm asking you, do you guys have a generated chart that you put out for your GHP listeners? That's a question I have for all three of you. Is there a chart?
Well, we used to when we had the 24/7 radio stream, which we don't have that anymore. Right now, I'm just doing just a show every Saturday. So it's basically, and we're on for 2 hours every Saturday. So basically, it's just kind of more or less like for a promotional thing for artists whenever they have new material they want to get out or what have you. That's what we started here, and this is really new, this YouTube thing. So we're just trying to figure everything out, how this all works, as far as that, because YouTube it's a kind of a different tool, and there's a lot of people are making money on YouTube, but there's ways about doing that. I think there's monetization stuff that goes on and a bunch of other stuff. That's a lot of, I gotta kind of figure it all out now.
A lot of reading to do.
Yeah, that's what I've been in that process.
But the thing is that even on the YouTube, okay, then with these shows that's being archived, if people would go in there and go to those archives and start listening to it and clicking it, like it, and whatever, on all the archives that's in the YouTube, you can do the monetization on there with that.
Yeah, and you're going to have to definitely, you're going to have to do a lot of tagging. And, first of all, every single artist that you have promoted, every single one of us, including me, and you have my promise right now that you can tag me on every single thing you do. Just remember that.
Okay.
Don't care. You know, I wish I can give you a $25 subscription, you know, through PayPal. You know, I wish I could do that. I can't do that. But I can do free social media to promote your platform. And I think what you do should be taken seriously. I don't think it should be put to the side and, like, you know, not whatever. I think what you guys are doing should get to a level where YouTube contacts you via email and says, hey, you've got 30,000 subscribers.
Right.
Would you like to do advertising on, you know, on your channel, so you guys could start making, you know, $100, $300 a month or whatever, however you get your income. That's really what it's about.
Yeah.
I know I'm boring. If there's any listeners out there that are following this, they're probably bored as crap because they don't want to hear this. They just want to hear the music. You know, they just want to find out what's going on. But when I'm with you guys, you know, we have we have a love affair with each other, man. We have a good rapport with each other, man. I mean, me and I don't know if you know that, but me and Mackie boy, man, we've been talking about going on Dancing with the Stars together, man. I
think. As a couple.
Yes, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that song. What's that song? Do the Mac hustle. That's what we're gonna go on. You know, man. Yeah. Only man. What, man? I told Mac, please don't bend me over like that, man. You're like, my sciatica, please. Oh. Do you guys have any questions about anything about what's happening? And
tell the listeners about what's happening next month with you.
Oh, okay. I'm going to tell you right now, I am doing a show this Sunday, not tomorrow, next Sunday, on November 4th at the Carlisle Club in Alexandria, Virginia. Now, this is, you know, my average of performance, by the way, is probably around 2 to 3 times a year. It's not a lot. I'm pretty much doing my own shows. I'm not always asked to perform by booking agents, you know, so I try to get on however I can get on. And, you know, so this is one of my shows. The Carlisle Club is graciously agreed to have me perform there. And when I do these kind of shows, I'm not just the artist, but I'm really like the P.T. Barnum. You know, I'm the ringleader. You know, I do the set list, book the rehearsals, get the artists, have them learn the music as best as they can, and, you know, and perform and try to create magic. Now, sometimes I have created some incredible magic with various people. I mean, in my history, I performed with so many different people. I've given Willie Bradley opportunities to play with me. You know, Lindsay Webster, who is, you know, she's somebody who's, you know, managed by a high caliber management and booking agency companies, you know, and I've invited her in my circle. She's performed with me. Local Maryland artist, contemporary jazz artist by the name of David Bach, who I consider to be one of the greatest people out there. He's performed with me. I've given opportunities to Danny Hughes out of the Minneapolis area, who's an independent artist, and also my core musicians who I've used multiple times. I've used Elliot Levine, who's a great keyboard player. People know him in the DMV area. He plays with Heat Wave also, and he does a lot of extra side work.
Oh, cool.
And Rob Mallet.
Is he like one of the original members from Heat Wave, or
no, he's not members, but he's he's a for hire guy that the Heat Wave calls all the time.
Wow.
And so he's been with me for a long time, since Groove School ended. Since Groove School ended in 2013, and then I started my own little thing. I worked with Jared, and actually I invited Tony Crider Jr. So the list is really long of the people and also Laurie Williams. So that, you know, so a lot of these names they're actually making some serious headway in the smooth jazz universe or music universe, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And they're leaving me behind, man. I'm leaving me behind. But you know, I'm still pushing. So this show is coming up. I've got an artist who I performed with before. His name is Rob Zinn. Are you familiar with Rob Zinn?
Yes, we had Rob on the show.
Mm-hmm.
I know. That's why I asked. I knew that.
Boy, you ain't right. You knew it though, didn't you?
I knew it.
You knew it.
You knowed it.
I knew it. Yeah. So Rob Zinn is I like to call him a good friend of mine. He's really making things happen for himself. He's investing a lot of time and money and putting things forward in his music career. And he is performing with me this Sunday at the Carlisle, and we'll be doing his hit with Paul Brown produced hit "Never Gonna Give Up on You," I believe.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm at it again, man. I'm doing the big New York and the smooth jazz thing, smooth jazz all stars thing. I've been doing it for a couple of years now. I've had some great moments, and I'm hoping that people will come out and support me.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest thing, Ray. Right? That's what we all need.
Well, that's what it's all about. To come out and to support.
Yeah.
And if they don't come out and support, it's, how can I say it?
It goes.
Say it.
What? What'd you say, Ray?
I said, if they don't come out and support, that's what it's all about, is support.
Yeah.
And they give you the incentive to keep stepping up your game on the music. And once they keep coming and support, as you step right on up.
We need it. I mean, there's definitely there's smart ways to get around this gig. I mean, you look at some of these big festivals, and all these festivals have about 10, maybe 20 investors.
Right.
So you've got 20 investors in these festivals that are putting in thousands of dollars each, right?
Yeah.
Shareholders, so to speak, and they're getting sponsors. And so, they're contacting AARP or, in your case, Ray, they're contacting McDonald's or Burger King. And, they're contacting all these individual people to try to get them to sponsor these events. That's really the right way to do it. Yeah. I'm not going to lie. I'm hoping that I'll get to that level one day, but that's what it takes to create a big New York show. Big New York show is a spotlight for every player. Every player gets a spotlight. Every player gets a song. We do one of their songs. I mean, I've been playing. This is the first time in my set where I'm going to be doing we do about a 15-song set. And so I think about 9 of them are original songs. And that's pretty impressive when you think about it. I mean, we all want to do all originals, but we have to do some covers to make people happy.
Yeah.
So I am doing some covers of Down to the Bone. We're doing some of my favorite artists, Down to the Bone, 480 East. Are you familiar with 480 East?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, from Canada.
Yeah, so we're doing some of that. And also, I've been working with a great vocalist. Her name is Nia Simmons. And I think I sent Gary, did I send you a live version of a groove school song called Spellbound? Did you listen to that?
Yes, I think that was one of the live ones. I know there was, let me see. What was the title again?
Spellbound, live at Virginia Museum of Fine Arts with Nia Simmons. Did you get that?
Yeah, I got it. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, so I don't know how you do your show. Do you guys play music in the middle, or you just do the interview and play music after? How do you do it?
Oh, no, we go back and forth.
Man, why don't you highlight that track? It's a live track with Nia Simmons, and she's a great vocalist. She has her own record out, and you can find her on niasimmons.com. But Yeah, I've been working with her, and she's also working on an original song with me called Hispanica. Oh. And, that's going to be coming up. Like I said, man, you have an agenda, right? You put what do you want to do for the next year? So
right.
Have an agenda, what you want to release, and I've got a new song coming out in November called Spirit, which I tried to release last year, but things didn't happen for me. And then I'm releasing Sweet Night with Rob Zinn, and I'm going to be releasing Hispanica, and maybe, hopefully, one more song that I'm working on. So, I mean, I don't know if I'm putting out an album. I've been thinking about what's the point of doing an album. An album costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
I mean,
nowadays, the way things are, with the digital distribution and things, it's so much easier to come out with a single and kind of push it a while, and then, and then maybe throw another one out when it's time or what have you. But I understand. I know what you mean on that, because
yeah. Albums are like, you're looking at like $20,000-$30,000, man.
Mm-hmm. It can drain you.
And I gotta tell you guys, that Groove School record, thank God for my brother-in-law who produced it, Christopher Valentine, because he did it at truly sweat equity, man. I mean, it was his first time producing a band, and he put that together. I mean, I remember Laurie Williams coming into the little room studio that he had. We recorded that album as a 3-piece. It was bass, 4-piece, bass, drums, 3-piece, bass, drums, and keyboards.
Yeah.
And then we had, Keith Anderson come in and lay his sax, and then we had Mike Gamble come in and lay his guitar, and Laurie come in and lay her vocals. We did it that way.
Okay.
And I mean, it was the cheapest way to do an album. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Well, that's something you had to do because you couldn't get them all in that bathroom.
No. You're absolutely right.
Am I right?
And by the way, man, that bathroom was an old style, man, with the pulley, man, from, you pull up on top, chain pulley. Yeah. Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, that was Temptation style. Temptation thing. Whoa. Yeah.
Chris and I went to this fella's studio over in Dallas. This is several years ago, and he had the drums and the other player in one room, but he had the singer in the bathroom in the bathtub.
Yeah, but you know what? That's what you had to utilize, man. Back in the day, you don't have all this software, all these plugins, man, that give you all these incredible effects, digital effect. We don't have any of that. But now, if you think about it, if you really think about it, now check it out. Like, this is a good reference. A good reference is the performance of The Doors on the Smothers Brothers show doing "Touch Me." Remember that song?
Yeah.
All right. Jim Morrison on that one mic singing live. I mean, and of course, I don't know who the sax player was doing at the end, but they had a full piece. They had an orchestra with a sax player in the back, man. And that was, what was that going through? A board, an old board, with no effects, live. I mean, so when you play this song with Nia Simmons, it's no effects. That's live, man. There's no mix, no master to that song, guys. So, man, go ahead and play it and tell me what you think.
Okay. Let's do that. Let's go into it. And this is Spellbound, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So, listeners, check it out. We're going to come back, of course, and talk to our friend, Mr. Christian. But for right now, I want y'all to listen to this, all right? And we'll be right back right here on the Indie Live Spot here on YouTube live stream. Keep it locked.
Have you ever been in a situation when someone new comes into your life and turns your world upside down? You ask yourself, how can something that feels so good be so bad? Well, let me tell you about it. Listen. Night and day, you're always on my mind. I'm so strung out, I'm hypnotized. And if I don't watch it, I might miss my step. Stumble and fall into a great big mess. Caught up in your game like a moth to flame. Stumble, your touch is all I need to set me free. You got me spellbound, spellbound for your love. Got me
We got 5 more minutes, but you know what? Do you want us to keep on playing? All right, okay. We got 2 more songs then. We're introducing this song for the first time tonight. This one is a song I wrote. It's called Hispanica. I hope you like it. Man, it's too hot up here.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, that was some hot music right there. That's called Latin Jive. That was tight right there. And then, of course, before that, you heard Spellbound. It was a live version. And the young lady's name was, what was it again, Christian? Tell me.
Nia Simmons.
Yeah, Nia Simmons. Very, very nice.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Now, you know what? Let me butt in here real quick because I'm old school. It's hard for me to walk and chew gum at the same time. So let me tell you this. I want to say hello to these people that are in the chat room. Okay? Yvonne, Jay, how are you today, sweetheart? I hope you're feeling well. You know, I got a lot of love for you, and I'm doing my best to always support what you do. And just remember, if you ever release new music, you can always tag me. I will share your music with everybody. Remember that. Now, my next one, I'm going down the line. Man, this dude by the name of Keithville, man, let me tell you something about, man, Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo and his damn paddle, man. I'm going to tell you something. When I see that mofo, man, I'm telling you, let me tell you what I plan on doing. When I catch, man, Keith sitting at an In-N-Out burger somewhere, man, in Atlanta, dude in the Flintstones, man. You know when Fred Flintstone was on the diet, I'm gonna be, man, with the arrow, with the arrow, shoot that hamburger out of his mouth, and then going, because Keith knows, man, he better watch those damn blood sugars, man. You better stop fooling around with those French fries and mayonnaise and chili, man. Keith, stop dipping those damn French fries in the mayonnaise, man, Keith. Stop. Now, man, let me say hello to Gia, God bless you, Miss Hyatt. Thank you for all the love and support that you've given me on Facebook over the years. I greatly appreciate it. I just want to let you know that. Now, who else? Okay, Mr. Mixon. Mixing it up with Mr. Mixon. Man, my man Henry Mixon from Blend Jazz Videos, man. Let me tell you, one thing, I have a respect for you guys, for your band. You know why? Because I don't know your keyboard player's name, man, but I know that your keyboard player and Ray MAC have something in common that they don't have in common with me. And you know what that is? They don't dye their beard. Right? Let me tell you, they like to look like Frosty the Snowman 24/7. Personally, I'm sorry, I'm too vain. I'm too vain, man. I like the fact that some people could stop me on the street and say, "Oh my God, are you really 40 years old? You look great." Okay? Because, man, once I take this beard crap out of, once I stop drawing the crayon in my face and stuff, once that goes away, you're gonna see the AARP commercial. Hey, but I am an AARP founding member. That's right. You're gonna start seeing me doing commercials with, "Hi. Sometimes us gentlemen in our generation cannot hold our water. We need to wear the new disposable Depends diapers that come in 4XL XT. That's right, for big guys like me and Ray. Oh no! Yeah, me and Ray MAC, me and Scooby-Doo, Keith Gilchrist. We have to wear right. No, no leakage.
Oh
no. Now for Henry Mixon, man, let me tell you about my man. Henry is a good brother, man. I got a lot of love for him, so I can't say nothing bad about Henry. But listen, man, that minoxidil that you've been using for the last 10 years, man, is not working. I think you need to. I think you need to stop spraying those drops on the top of your head, bro. Just give it up. All you need to do, man, is go to your local beauty supply shop and get one of those Insta weaves, man. You know, get the Peruvian. The Peruvian one will look really good on you. Yeah, I know about these things because I go shopping for my missus, man, my beautiful wife. So I know about, man. You know, you got the Colombian and the Peruvian. Now let me tell you, we're not talking about marijuana, guys. We're talking about hair weaves.
Hey, Christian. You call them hair weaves, right? You know what I call them? Hair hats.
Hair hats. That's hilarious. That's pretty interesting, man. Because
that's more of a wig, not the weaves.
Man, well said.
Look, Henry. Look, Henry. This is me, man. This is the real me right here. See that, man?
Take a picture.
You look like El Jefe, El Grande Nueva York. El Jefe. All I need is my Cuban cigar, man. That's all I need. I'm sitting in here in my living room with my underwears on. I got a nice shirt, but I'm in my underwears. And I got my nice $1 million glass. Look at those glasses, man. Check those glasses out.
They got bling.
Yeah, they got bling.
That's some bling, bling. Some bling, bling.
Oh my God, where's everybody? I can't see.
Hey, Christian, if I'd have been sitting here in my underwear, they'd have been all on me.
Oh man, why?
Because he gets up and forgets to mute his camera. We're like, okay, crack forever.
Lord.
Oh, God.
You can't unsee stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Oh my goodness.
They've been burned into our corneas, right, G?
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. You get a lot of postal love, man, Ray, man. You got a lot of people supporting you, man. Supporting the U.S. mail sacks. Is this really going to be on YouTube, man? For real? I mean, is this somebody got 20,000 years from now going to be? Who are these knuckleheads, man? Who's that big knucklehead, man, in the hat with the crazy glasses on, talking like this? I don't know.
Well, behind, remember, this is audio only. They won't see us.
Oh, okay, all right. Well,
it's audio only.
Okay, man. So I can start stripping right now, right?
Yeah, but see, the thing is, we can snap it, and you can send it on over to you. Snap the pictures on Skype here, then you got a picture of all four of us.
Oh, okay. Well, I did snap.
But they are watching a montage of your pictures right now, though.
Mm.
You are?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They've been floating. They've been floating on the screen forever, ever since we came on.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There's one with you with I don't know who that one lady is, but you've got Wanda on one side.
Oh, yeah. You were talking about
stage.
Yeah. So, yeah. What do you want to know about Wanda? You want to know she's a single woman or something? What you want to know, man?
No, and I said I know Wanda's ex-military, and I know she's done 21 or 22 years in the military, and she retired. But Wanda is everywhere.
Yeah, she'll be coming on the show pretty soon.
Yeah.
Are you gonna come on the show?
Yeah.
She is a sweetheart. I guarantee you're gonna get 100 people in the chat room. You know, she supports a lot of artists.
She does.
She does.
Mm-hmm. And I'll tell you what. I mean, she's seen me. All right, so she saw me at my smooth and funky Christmas show in Bethesda Blues and Jazz, which I had Willie Bradley on that show, and she also saw me at Lake Arbor Jazz, and Lake Arbor Jazz, that particular show, I'm just gonna let you know, was not up to my standards. It was. It just wasn't one of my finer moments. But she did not say anything bad about me. She was so supportive. She did not let on that we had a couple of hiccups, or what me and Ray refer to as snaggletooth. We have some snaggletooth moments.
Yeah.
Snaggletooth, like the cartoon Snaggletooth. Snagglepuss is the other one. Heavens to Murgatroyd, even. And he was pink.
I'll be like, Wanda, that was supposed to be B flat, but we hit a B natural.
Yeah, Wanda is cool though. She is.
Yeah, she's good people, man, and I think everybody who knows her loves her, and you know what? It makes her feel really, really great. I mean, I could see that knowing the artist on a personal level too, it's making a difference in her life, you know. And that's, I mean, isn't that really what that's really all about, man? Is that you know the great thing about this smooth jazz universe is that we can all be friends. Yeah. We can all talk to each other. I don't think I've ever really met anybody who's had an attitude. I don't think there's ever been somebody who I've met and has come off like, you know, bougie or high. You know,
you think they better slice bread?
Yeah, I don't think I met anybody. You know, I really, you know, I think everybody is cool to a certain extent. I mean, you know, we have different tiers in this smooth jazz universe. We all want to be top tier artists. That's what we all work. We all want to be able to work and be as busy as the Kirk Whalums and the Gerald Albrights and all that, you know. And you know, but whatever the case is, even with that reality, you know, we are still going to continue to push because we all suffer from one thing, Ray. It's not indigestion.
He had that look on his face when he said,
you know what, man? I took a look at Ray, you know, on the stream over here, and I can read his mind. I'm like, oh, damn, man, that gyro sandwich I had last night is messing me up, man.
Dude, that's all those cheeseburgers he had.
Oh, God. Ray, are we ever going to meet in the real? Are we ever going to meet in the? I guess I'm going to have to book a gig.
Well, you know, the thing is, see, this past summer, see, I was planning on going to D.C., you know, going up through the Carolinas and go up to D.C. and then shoot over towards New York. But we had a family reunion in Atlanta. So I went to the family reunion in Atlanta. So, but yeah, we gonna get a chance. Believe that, because I don't mind going.
Where are you located out of, Ray?
Fort Worth.
Okay, so you're Oklahoma, Gary.
Yes, sir.
And Grizzy, you're Texas.
San Antonio area, yeah.
You're in the Texas area. I don't know why I'm still wearing my hat, by the way. Nobody's watching. Don't be taking those snapshots, all right?
We're audio only, bro.
I don't want no snapshots. I'm gonna take out my teeth and start scrubbing off this beard dye.
Look at and it changed glasses.
Change glasses, man. So I don't know why the hell I'm wearing sunglasses in my living room when this joint ain't on YouTube Live, man.
I told you that before, that we're audio only.
All right, Yvonne J, let her know that I got a very cool hat on, a very nice Cuban Peter Grimm hat, man. That because she likes to wear hats too. So
yeah, she does.
She's not the hat lady in the chat room. I'm a hat lady too.
You're a hat lady?
I relate to my feminine side, Grizzy Bad. You know that, right? You know,
you're supposed to be known as the Doctor of Love.
The older us men get, Grizzy, the more estrogen flows blood.
I guess so.
Oh, by the way, Christian, B Fly Lady Dot, she said you should do stand up. You got another occupation.
You know what? I should, man. Maybe somebody would pay me. You know what? Wouldn't that be hilarious? I've been 40 years in damn freaking music business, man. Going round and round like a hamster in a damn freaking wheel. and I go on and I look, man. I do my first stand up, and all of a sudden, man, I'm like, get an HBO special in 1 year.
That'd be awesome. That would be awesome.
But you know something, though, Christian, you ought to incorporate it into one of your shows and see how it go over.
Yeah, but you see, man, the only thing about that, man, is that, I could be like I am now, natural, but I mean, if I start telling jokes, my jokes are lame. You know, it's like, I'm not really a good joke. I mean, my jokes are like, what do you get when you mix a prostitute with a computer? What do you get?
I don't know what.
Ray, what do you get when you cross a prostitute with a computer?
Data.
Nah.
What?
A fucking know-it-all.
Oops, F-bomb, sorry.
Hey man, do we have any FCC rules that we have to follow, by the way?
Oh no.
No, but we just like, okay, that was an F-bomb, sorry, and I have to do that when he does the S-bomb. I'm like, sorry.
That's the only curse I'm gonna give you, except G-double-L hockey stick.
When the last time you've been to Cuba?
My sister went to Cuba last month, and she came back with some Cuban cigars. It was the first time I smoked a Cuban cigar. It was really, really delicious. I haven't smoked cigarettes in over, I guess, close to 40 years. I think the last cigarette I put in my mouth was, I think, in 1980 something. But and I can't smoke weed anymore because I drive a school bus. So even if I want to smoke weed, I can't do it. All I could do is try to be in the same room with people that smoke weed. That's the closest I can.
Get that contact.
She just went to Cuba, born she just went to Cuba, and so she said she's going next year. So I think I'm gonna go right with me. I think me and my wife gonna go. Plus, I got another friend that's in Atlanta. His mom is from Cuba, so I'm gonna see, can we pull this together and let's go? Cause I want to sit back there and smoke me some of them Cubans my damn self and drink some of that rum.
Hey, let me tell you, man, it's definitely on my bucket list too. I would love to go to Cuba, and from what I heard from my sister, she told me that that it's really like 1966 there, and
yeah.
I mean, for real, hey, I don't want to sound like Kanye West and say, hey, I believe in time travel, but if I could fly to Cuba, man, and get that vibe, I mean, I'm all for it. I'm all for, that period, man. That's before the internet and before the damn freaking phone that we're attached to 24 damn freaking 7, man, and a damn fake crap.
What really get me, Kristen, is this. How in the hell they keep them dadgum cars running? Them cars, they don't have parts for them.
I know that they have clubs that they belong to that, all the junk shops, every single junk shop in America, probably whenever they get an older car, man, those things are probably worth a lot of money or worth some money, right. But there's got to be somebody out there that's manufacturing those parts. I don't know, but they've got to be. There's a business. Gary, why are you laughing, man?
I'm laughing in the
chat room.
That's something I just didn't never understand, because, like I said, they in Cuba and those, those cars is, back in the 50s and 60s and stuff like that, and they keeping them running and still looking nice.
Hey, man, tell Henry Mixon, man, that he needs to freaking clean that big wheel of his, man.
No, he's talking about Ray's big wheel.
Yeah, but Henry's got big wheels too, man. I know he does, man. I know. Now, Henry, just for Henry to know, man, that I know that he's been wanting me to give up my Batman bicycle horn, because man, we back in the day, man, we had that Batman horn on our tricycles, man. Henry, remember that? No, Henry, he won't admit, man, that he used to have tassels. He used to have the long tassels on the handlebars.
On the handlebars.
Yeah, he won't admit that, man. He had the long tassels and the Daniel Boone, a raccoon tail, man, on the back of his banana suit.
And you remember the tassels that used to have the sparkles in it?
Yeah.
Look here. Then he turned around, put a clothespin in the spokes.
Oh, no. Oh man.
Hey, Christian, put a cardboard, a piece of cardboard or a card, and a clothespin in the spokes, and think he's riding a motorcycle.
Hey, let's before we go on, let's get some more music on. What should we play next?
You play Latin Jive and you play Spellbound Live. Why don't you play? Did you happen to play? Oh, by the way, how much more time do we have together today?
Oh, we still got like 20.
20 minutes? Okay, why don't you play 18th Street Live? 18th Street Live was recorded at the Southern Maryland R&B Jazz Festival, Wine and Jazz Festival in the summer of 2017.
Yeah. And
it's really my tribute to acid jazz founders, Exodus Quartet, which they had a great album that came out back in 96 or 95, I believe, called Way Out There, I think it was, or No Way Out or something. I forgot the name of it, man. Now I'm crazy. But it was their only record, and it was a great record. And back then, at that time, that's really when my roots of being, into smooth jazz developed, because I was into, the acid jazz sound. I was into the Down to the Bones.
Me too, yeah.
James Taylor Quartet was another English group. I was all into those UK groups, man, back there. And this band is not from the UK. Actually, they're from the DMV area. And founding member of that band, I don't remember his name, but he does have a band that's really big right now. Huge following, called Thievery Corporation.
Okay.
Yeah, so but this was 18th Street. It's a cover version of the Exodus Quartet song. Cool.
Okay, listeners, check it out, and we're gonna come back here in just a bit. But check out this great music, man. I tell you, it's on. So here's 18th Street right here on the all new the Indie Live spot right here on GHP Radio live stream. Keep it locked. We'll be right back. right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back, and you heard some more of that great music from Kristen right here. That was Spirit, and that's actually something new that's not even released yet. He's gonna tell us a little bit about it. And right before that, 18th Street. So, man, Kristen, tell us, man, that was really nice, man. I can't wait till you release that. I'm sure it's gonna be, if you still got work to do. Wow.
Right.
Let me tell you a little bit about that. The song was written by me and my brother-in-law, my brother Christopher Valentine. It's really his baby. He showed me the track and didn't have the melody, so I wrote the melody to it, but he had the guts of the track. And so we put it together last year, and I performed the song live. I think 3 or 4 times. I put it in my set list, and it's always gotten a great response. Now I'm going to officially release it for Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Through CD as a single. And I saw in the chat room that Yvonne J asked me a question. I appreciate that she likes the production. I'm going to tell you right now that what you just heard was a really early glimpse of the song, because when it gets released on November 20th, it's going to be, the production quality is going to be up a notch, and it probably will have a few more instrumentation on that track. So what you kind of heard were the guts of the song. I'm really proud of the song, and I think it's a beautiful track, and I want to release it as a way for me personally to say, Happy Thanksgiving, man, to not just people who love this music, but as a personal message, because, this 2018 was really, really a rough year for me. I mean, I started the year with a lot of hopes. I really, my goal was to release that track in the, I guess it was in the fall of 2017, before the new year. And then things just happened where I had some things that just came into my life that I couldn't do. And then in the beginning of 2018, I was invited for the first time to the NAMM show in California, and that to me was really huge, because I wasn't going to go there as a fan. I was going to go there as an artist. I'm endorsed by Warwick Framus Guitars out of Germany, and I play a Warwick thumb bass, and I was really, really hyped up to go there. And then something happened to me, and my back was affected. I couldn't walk, I couldn't sit, I couldn't work. I mean, it was bad, and I lost about 3 months out of my life in 2018 because of that. And so everything got on hold, music got on hold, everything got on hold. And while all my friends around me, I was like, going on Facebook and seeing things happening for everybody around me, I felt so down in the dumps and discouraged, but always thankful, because there are always people out there that have it worse. There are people out there who are really suffering. Some people, some people, really trying to, just make it through their everyday life,
Yeah, absolutely.
And and music is therapy for us. I mean, for us artists, we're like afflicted with the fact that we have something inside of us that we want to get out. I mean, it's really one of the reasons why we still do this. I mean, I don't do it for getting a pat on the back or getting an extra Facebook like or whatever, man. I do it because I believe God gave me a gift, and I do believe that people like people who love this music, appreciate it and makes them feel good. Difference.
That's right.
So I'm going to release Spirit with the spirit of Thanksgiving, the spirit of thanks. I'm very thankful that I can still perform music at the tender age of 87. I'm 87 years old, guys, right? Right? Stop. Hey, I had to get Ray out of what were you reading there? Ray is reading, he wants to join the Navy.
No, I'm trying to get me some accommodations on the base.
On the base? What you want to know about the base?
Sure. So I can get me a room so I can sleep.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the bass guitar. Pun.
I'm trying to. That's a dadgum shame. They must have. I asked the ladies. They have graduation up there every week. Yeah, they have them every week up there. So I was gonna get on the Navy base at what is that song? On Great Lakes, but don't look like that's happening.
Where at?
Great Lakes up in Illinois.
Oh.
Yeah, right outside of Chicago.
Oh, that's right. You did say you were going up there to Chicago.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I have a question for you, Ray. What exactly does that have to do with my damn freaking song right now, man?
Absolutely nothing. Say it again.
He has the spirit of swimming. He has the spirit of duck paddling, man, or something. Wants to go to the Great Lakes, man. Hey, God bless you, man. Scooby-Doo. You and Keith Gilchrist, both of you guys need to take some vacation together, man. You know, we need a new Abbott and Costello movie, man. We need you guys to make a new movie.
I when I was up there, I had lost my phone. I was in like I said, I was in Atlanta, and I was gonna go and holler at Keith because every time I went to go to Atlanta, I always holler at Keith or something like that. I lost my phone, so I had this, I couldn't call him, put it that way. And but I was going to see him. Then come to find out, he done got married on us.
Who got married?
Keith.
Oh man, Keith is a big wussy, man. You gotta tell him, man, to stop taking those estrogen pills, man.
Ray said he got married, not mad.
Hold up. Keith got married, didn't get mad?
Right, yeah, he got married.
Got married.
Oh.
That would have been my surprise. Then he told me, he said, man, don't say nothing to nobody. Keep it up on your head. I said, all right, no problem. Shit.
Hey, I think
he's the one couldn't hold water.
I think you just exposed Keith's game right there, you know? I never knew. I've spoken to Keith many times, and he's never talked about his wife, man.
He just got married.
Got married a few weeks ago.
He just got married.
Man, well, guess what? I'm gonna call him after we get off the thing, and I'm very offended that I didn't get an invite, man.
Hey, I didn't get an invite either. So
I mean, come on,
I was told after the fact.
Hey man,
I was gonna be in the area, so he didn't tell me till after I got back because I had misplaced my phone and lost my phone, and it would have been a surprise to me. But when I finally got back, he told me what was up and everything. So I said, okay.
They said you can't tell Mac anything.
Ray Mac anything.
Said that in the chat room.
I kept it a secret. He told me, don't say nothing.
That was YJ saying that.
Oh, YJ?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, did he get married to DJ Sassy? Who did he get married to?
No, he got married to Amaryllis.
Who?
Amaryllis Santiago.
He got married to Amaryllis Santiago?
Yes.
Smackaroonie. Look at that, man. Okay, guess what?
What?
Okay, we're gonna get on Keith's ass right now. On his ass right now, because all that money that we've been putting into his GoFundMe page, man, he needs to start paying us back.
Dude, that's just wrong.
You ain't right on that one.
This guy got married to a beautiful, young, fine Latina woman who's going to him rice and beans every single day of his life. And I'm telling you, man, I got a man. Wait, just wait till wait till we get on the phone with him. Oh, he's
and he's not in the chat room anymore because he had to leave.
Oh, don't worry about it, Grizzly.
I know, but he's missing this part.
Oh, this is too good.
I wish I could hear that conversation because you guys would be like doing the dozens on each other. I'd be missing all of that.
And get this, man. Henry said it was a courthouse wedding.
And look who's calling, y'all.
Who's that? Keith?
And Keith. While we on the air. Okay.
No, ask him if I come in the room.
Well, I'm not answering while I'm with y'all right now. You can wait.
That's Bobby Porter.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put you on mute. Man, what you doing calling me in the middle of the show? Your ass should have been in the show. I'm sure finna call him.
Hey, I want to say,
I'm unmuted.
I want to
talk to me now.
I want to say sorry to Yvonne J because she wrote some in the chat room, and I just want to let her know that me and Keith have been pretty tight for a long time. So, I could play with stuff like that with him, but I take Keith's personal situation very seriously. Me and Keith actually suffer from a lot of the same ailments, so we actually call each other up and kind of pep each other up, man. We talk each other up when we're going through stuff. So just for the record, guys, man, it's all in fun. But I have to pick on Keith because, man, does he pick on me?
Yeah.
Oh wait, you should hear when he picks on Ray and Bobby Porter.
Oh my God.
Goodness.
Yeah, Keith can do it, but Keith can come up with some good ones.
Send a note to Keith, man, and let him know it's all good, all in fun, man. It's all about love. I got a lot of love for Keith.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, yes sir.
All right, guys, man. We have a moment of silence. Can we have a moment of silence, man?
No.
Oh, before our time gets away from us, why don't you, Christian, tell everybody where they can follow you and get your music and all that kind of good stuff.
Oh, okay. You could, my personal Facebook page under my name, Christian de Mesones, which you can follow me there. You can also follow me on my Facebook Big New York page, and also my Groove School fan page on Facebook. I am on Twitter. I'm pretty much on all of the social media platforms. My problem is I forgot my password on a lot of them.
Well, we know what you're talking about there, boy.
So that's an issue, man. So my SoundCloud needs to be updated, and my Skype, I've got two. I just created a new Skype account, man. So I gotta, so whatever. But you can find me. My websites are www.bignybassworld.com. I also have another one, www.bignybass.com. That one is through HostBaby, and that one I kept that one as my EPK because it allowed me to post videos. Mm-hmm. But my other site, the Big NY Bass World site, is my host is Bandzoogle, and they have updated their sites, and now I can actually do press releasing and YouTube on that site. So if you have a mobile phone and you look me up under the www.bignybassworld.com, it will actually let you see live video, and you can buy music directly from that site. Okay. You can buy my singles directly from that site. You can also buy the full-length Groove School CD, which is only available as a digital download. I do have hard copies. I actually have to get them made. You know, I get them made at 100 a time, and then when I sell out, then I get them again. And I actually haven't made a new order yet. So if anybody wants hard copies of the Groove School record, they have to contact me via email through that site. And so, yeah, you can get me there. And please, if you can do me a favor, all those in the chat room today, if you can share my event, my performance that's going to happen next Sunday. I really need the support this time around. I've done a lot of shows, and this show I definitely have a goal in mind of how many people I want to be there, and so I would definitely appreciate if you can share those flyers and the ticket links to your people. I know some of you are not in the DMV area, but if you may have friends or followers in the DMV area, so
yeah,
greatly appreciate it, man. So yeah, and thank you again for letting me be on the show. I always have a lot of fun with you. We didn't really talk too much about music, the music side of things today, but we had a lot of fun. And I really want each and every one to just let you know that whatever you're doing, that you can tag me, and you can always use, I always support whatever you're doing on social media. Just always know that.
Cool. Cool.
Yes, yeah. Awesome.
And tell Ray, man, to stop talking to somebody else while I'm talking, man. It's very he's got his mute button. I can't hear him, man. He's I don't know what he's doing. He's making some
hand gestures.
He talking to Bobby Porter. He's talking to Bobby. He called him. I know he did, didn't he?
Yep.
All right, man.
Oh, and Joyce says hi because she got into the chat room.
Hey, Joyce. How you doing, Joyce? You missed I don't know what you missed. You missed the hodgepodge of stand-up comedy and Ray Mac walking around in his underwears. Definitely missed something. But thank you all for your time, and thank you. We basically, you were the one of the stations that debuted my new single early before it gets released, and the fact that you all have a really good opinion of the song makes a big difference for me. I greatly appreciate it. Really appreciate it, and I hope that the song, gets some attention. That's really what it's about. I mean, we do this music, but we really want people to engage in our work.
Yes, yeah.
So,
absolutely, man. So we're definitely be pushing it, and we're just happy to have you back on the show today, man. It's been a while to talk to you. I was telling Grizz earlier this week, I said, I can't wait to talk to Christian because I know it's going to be fun, But the last time.
We already knew it was going to be about the music, but we also knew that it wasn't going to be about all no music either.
Yeah, man.
I knew it.
Well, me and Ray, man, once we start talking about food and women, it's over.
You know something? I ate a little something before the show started anyway.
Hey, I feel lucky that you gave me a 2-song break. I was able to get some hummus and some spicy hummus, man, and some baklava out of the refrigerator, man.
Yeah. What? Well, like I say, well, when that comes down, it's just like a wild animal, huh?
Yeah. You got that right, bro. You got that right. I'm telling you.
Oh, I feel like your stomach's sitting in your back.
What was that song? My neck. Oh, my back. Oh, remember that song?
Yeah. That was little Bobby Porter. They called. He called you. I told him, he said, "You just called Gary, and then you turn around and call me." No, he said his computer. He had to get a motherboard for his computer.
Oh, okay.
And that's why he ain't been on. He been trying to find one. He finally got one. Found one. So it should be his. He said on the first, so he can, He said he wasn't gonna do no typing on that phone. I can't blame him for that.
Hey, tell him that I recommend that his new single should be called Motherboard.
Well, hopefully I get a chance to see it because he's gonna come where I'm at. I'm not going where he's at. You have to come where I'm at.
Well, heck, you just called him little Bobby while ago. So yeah, I bet his hands got a big can type on those little things if they little fingers on the keypads.
Thank you.
Oh no!
Oh yeah.
I couldn't resist that one.
I'm not good with that stuff. My fingers are too big, man. I'll be
Yeah, I know.
Hey, look here. I can't do that either. I just put the phone up here and just voice it. Go on by me.
Yeah, man. What is the world coming to, man? We have to just record. We don't even touch the phone anymore. Hit the mic icon and, hey, man, this is Ray MAC, and
that's it.
We got reservations for Red Lobster tonight for 2, please.
Oh. Okay.
I got to find me somewhere to stay up there.
You know what I'm thinking, right, G?
Yeah.
Boy, $60 a night wasn't so bad either.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
You guys are cracking up, man. If they could only see you got Gary is literally crying right now.
It's an inside joke. We'll tell you later.
Oh man, I'm so sorry. Okay.
I'm sorry.
So, it is time.
My bad.
It's time for us to get up out of here. But dang, Kristen, man, we sure appreciate you coming through, dude. It was so nice to talk with you again and have so much fun and all that good stuff. And the music's just awesome. So keep pumping that music out, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it. I'm actually reading a bunch of people in the chat room, and I just want to let everybody know who took the time to be here with us today. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, and thank you for all the great words. And I really appreciate everybody supporting each other, not just me. One thing that I have a problem with in this world is I don't like one-way streets. I'm into a two-way street, and sometimes I'm guilty of being caught up and finding myself doing a one-way street dance, and I don't like that. We definitely need to help each other and support each other, man, as much as we can.
Oh yeah, absolutely, totally agree.
Yep.
So,
and Joyce just popped in there in the chat room.
Yes, you missed it. We already said that.
Oh, I must have.
Yeah,
yep. You were too busy talking.
He was so rudely talking to Bobby Porter and not listening.
And that's when the little fingers came in.
Well, look here. Kristen, look here. Bobby was out went to see Sam and Ollie Reed, and boy, he was in the middle of those two boys. I'm talking about they was all on the top of his head. I said, boy, that boy is short. He ain't nothing but a fidget.
What the?
They call that a swing, that he looked like a swing.
Oh, okay. Hey man, but to me, the highlight of this conversation was the news that Keith got married to you know who, and I'm telling you, I'm going to send him my $25 Bed Bath and Beyond gift card, man. You know, you get him. He can get himself. He don't need a back scratcher now, man. He can get himself one of those George Foreman grills or something. Man.
Look at.
Oh.
If you he left kind of early in the show. Amarilla's there.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah. See, last week he wasn't there because I talked to him. Amarilla's was there. So, she was in Chicago. Now she's in hot Atlanta.
She's in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Well, it's time for us to say goodbye. So.
Yes, before Ray keeps going.
Well, I'll also say, Mark, real quick. Everybody have a great weekend, and thanks for tuning in to the show. Be sure to tune in next week, and the week after that, Grizz, who was it we got scheduled?
Let's see. Actually, there's 2 weeks that I haven't gotten filled yet, so it's on the 17th.
Okay, on the 17th.
That we have somebody.
Okay. All right, that'll work.
So we'll see what happens for the other 2 weeks. So.
Griselda.
Yeah.
Do you have a list in front of you of all the artists you've had this year on the show?
Sorta, kinda.
Who did you have on the show this year? I'd like to know.
Well, the one that I was just like still geeking out about, we had Greg Adams. That was last week. Yeah. Mr. Top Power himself. So I was like, that was like a massive feather in our caps. Okay. We had a singer. Her name is Jackeen. She goes by that name. We've had Daryl Walker, which is also part of East Bay Soul.
Right.
We've had Keith on the show. We had Bill Lewis. And let's see.
You had Rob Zinn this year, too.
Yes, we had Rob. And I can't read the rest of my writing. Sorry, I can't read the rest of it.
Do you have Darren Rand on the show, too?
Yes, we had Darren Ron.
Okay, Darren.
Yes, we did.
Man, that's a bunch of big names, man. I'm telling you, I'm in good company.
Yeah, but I'm trying to get...
Darren just, 2 or 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, a couple weeks ago, yeah. Because with him, we did it on a weeknight.
Yeah.
Because he couldn't do Saturday, so we had to do the weeknight. It was on a Wednesday.
Okay, well, man, I'm in great company, and Greg Adams is such a
legend.
A legend. So I mean, that's a big deal.
Yeah, believe me, like I said, I'm still geeking out about it. That's trying to be cool. So.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
I'd like to get one of his old time friends on there with Tower of Power, old Crying Lenny. I like to get Crying Lenny on there.
Crying Lenny? I don't know who that is, man.
Lenny Williams.
Tower of Power?
Tower of Power, Lenny Williams.
Oh, yeah.
Would love to get, a lot of people call him Crying Lenny.
Oh, I didn't know that. You must be real tight friends if you can call him Crying Lenny.
Boy, look Oh, look here. Boy, I'm telling you, boy, he cried a long time on that song, boy.
Wow. Say goodbye, Gracie. Say goodnight, Gracie.
See you next week. We got the next.
All right, guys. Have a great one, and God bless you all, and I'll hear and see you soon, hopefully.
Awesome. Yes, thanks, everyone, for joining us on the show tonight. What am I saying tonight? Go ahead, Grave. Those that are just tuned in on anonymously, thank you for joining us. Chat room, gang in the chat room, thank you. Thank you. As always, you guys have a great weekend. Be careful and join us next week.
Yep. And I will definitely be posting the archive of this within the next couple of hours if you missed this, if you happen to come in late or missed it. So
yeah,
definitely keep tuned in.
Yep.
All right. We'll see everybody next week.
Ciao.